Hello everyone, this is Bashar Masad from MKN Group. In this video we're going to do from scratch installation for Fusion PBX. I've been working with using Fusion PBX for a while, um, a little bit less than 2 years, and I found it very useful, especially the multi-tenant feature. And now with all working from home things that are going with the situation going on, I decided to just have this video about from scratch installation. Now if you don't want to go through that and you just want a hosted solution, we can do that for you at MKN Group. You can go to our website, it's voidtime.com, and we have the zip trunking, we have the cloud-based extensions. You can look at it, contact us if you need, if you decide to go with this, or you can follow this video to install your own PBX on the cloud. So I actually prefer using AWS, Amazon, or especially the Lightsail, because it's way cheaper in price. So if you want to use this for a couple of customers or for your own, I highly recommend going with Amazon Lightsail. I've tried some others, but I really feel confident with the Amazon Lightsail. So you create an account. If you don't have, you go and hit create an instant, and we'll start from here because I don't want to have my username and my servers displayed here in this video, but it's very easy. So the first thing you want to do is what's the closest location, and you can see there's the US, Canada, UK, France, you name it. So let's say I'm going to choose the one in Virginia. Okay, and then I scroll down, and I'm gonna pick my image. So it's gonna be Linux, of course, and I don't want any of the apps. I just want an OS only. I'm going to use Debian 9.5. You can use 8.7 if you want, or CentOS, but so far I'm happy with the Debian 9.5, so I'm gonna choose this one. And I can do this feature, which is really great. This feature will take a snapshot of your instant every day, so that's gonna help you have a backup continuously. So I highly recommend this. Okay, so because this video is for just like demonstration purposes, so I'm gonna go with the 3.5 US dollars free for the first month. Now, depending on the number of clients, the number of extension, you choose which server you wanna use. Basically, I will say for about 150 to 200, I personally use this one, the $20 for 4 GB of RAM and 2 CPUs, 80 gig of SSD, and then there's a 4 TB hard drive. If you like have more extensions, more users, I'll go with the 40, and of course if you want to go way higher, it's available. So let's go with this one, which is the $3.5 for 1 month. This is the cheapest. Now you can put Fusion, whatever name you want, PBX training. Okay, and I don't want to use any of these options, and you just hit create instance. So that is going to create that instance for you. You can see my other instances here. So this is the one. It says pending, and We'll wait until this one is finished. Because we need to access it. Okay, while this one is still pending, I'm gonna go here and show you, like, you know, the script that I'm going to use to install the Fusion. Now, this will install the latest version available. You go to docs.fusionppx.com, you look for installation or quick install. You're gonna see the installation script for, you know, multiple operating systems, Linux, of course. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna copy it and paste it there. When this one is ready, it's ready. So I hit this small thing, and I'm gonna go to, this is, like, you know, the server. So this command actually will put me in the root. So now I'm not only an admin, it's a root. So basically, what I'm going to do is start installation by copying these scripts from here. So copy first line. Excuse me. Where did this thing go? It's like I have two monitors, but I'm like sharing one of them. So I'm going to paste and hit OK. Now you see the installation is going. It's not going to take that long. There's, of course, I'll go back while this is still running and copy the second line. So I copied the second line. I'm waiting for the first part of the installation to complete. Okay, so I think it's still running. So while we're waiting, I'm going to talk about, like, you know, the FusionPBX. As I said, the multi-tenant feature is really a very good one. When you use Amazon, AWS, or, you know, Lightsail, by default you're gonna get an IP address, a public IP and a local one. So please, if you want to use it, not for training, just buy a static IP. So go there and buy static IP for your domain. Let me paste this. Okay, this will take a little bit longer, so let's go to Lightsail. So if you hit this here and go to manage, one of the things that you see is this is the public IP. It's not static. That's what they gave you right now. Okay, so what you can do is actually go to networking and excuse me, create a public static IP that will belong to you when you hit this one, and you're gonna have it attached to your domain, to your server. Now, the other thing we need to do when we do networking is the firewall. The firewall, this is a common problem that everyone is running through. By default, they only open like SSH and HTTP. We need HTTPS, and so to find all these ports, you just here on the documents type firewall. Okay. Oh, here. All right. So here it shows you all the ports that you need for FusionPBX to work, and whether it's TCP or UDP. Let me just meanwhile check the installation to see if it's done. No, it's not done yet, so we'll continue working on the firewall. So 5060 to 5090, both TCP and UDP. We'll go back here and we add another rule, and we say it's TCP and UDP, but you cannot add like a specific, so you have to go to customs TCP, paste, and then add another one and make it UDP and paste. Perfect. Then we're gonna add another one excuse me, and that's for the UDP only. These are the RTP ports for like the audio. So we copy these, we go back and we say only UDP, and then we paste this one, and the very important one, so we can access the server is the HTTPS, so 443, and we're gonna go, that's both no, actually no, it's already here. Yeah, so you don't have to do anything, just add it and then hit save. So now from firewall point we are ready. We just added these. Without these you cannot access. Some of your extensions will not register. This is a very important step. Now let me check one more time. I think it's about to be completed, and basically when this is done, you can go and open any browser and access your server, especially after we fixed the firewall rules. Let me go back here, and after we did that, okay, here are the snapshots. So we do have the automatic snapshot. If you want just to have a snapshot after the installation is done, then you can create one manually, or as you see here, 8 p.m. EDT, there will be a new snapshot every day. Networking with, that's basically the most important things that you need to do here. If you have, for any reason you needed to reboot your server, you just come in here and hit reboot. And now hopefully the installation is done, otherwise I have to, oh, it's done. Okay. So see this password? It's a long one. So that's the most important thing. Now if you connect using the internal IP, you're going to use this. In our case, it's Hstick. So first thing we need to do is take the IP address that was given to us by AWS. First, we need also to copy. The username is not only admin. It has to be admin at the internal IP address. That's for the first time login, and then we can do the changes. I'll show you. So I'm going to open, by the way, here's the, oh, I copied that one too soon. So I'm going to copy this one and go copy this one, plus paste, enter, advanced. Of course, this is because of the HTTPS, proceed, and here you go. So I'll go back to my installation page. Again, I apologize because I have two screens. So this is the one, copy, then you go here, and this is the username, and then we go back and copy the password, which is this long one. All right, copy, go back, paste, and log in. So now we're in. Okay, let me move this a little bit, and it's going to show you which, because now there's only one domain. So the most important thing, believe me, is to go to users and change that password, unless you want to write it down somewhere. But that if you lose that password, that's going to cost you like either to reinstall everything, or there is a long procedure how to retrieve it. So anyway, I'm going to put just small, like, something for this training. So I'm going to put Fusion with capital letter, and I'm going to put 2020 and $sign. So go here, F capital, U Fusion 2020 and $sign. See, this one turned to green. I'll just put this one, and everything stays the same. So I'm gonna hit save. It's here hidden under this. Save. Okay, so now at least, like, we changed the password for the main domain now, which is the public IP. We still have to use admin at the internal IP address, unless we go here and under domains, we create the public IP, another domain with the public IP, or a host name. So a host name, if you're using, let's say I use GoDaddy. So you go to GoDaddy, you say, you have a domain, we have a domain called itsvoiptime.com. So let's say we want to call this training.itsvoiptime.com, and we point it to the public IP. And then if we have another domain, we create the same host name, the A record at GoDaddy, and add it here. Well, again, I'll try to cover everything, but some items I have to do quickly. So now I'm going to copy the public IP and go here and add a new domain with public IP and hit save. Now, after I hit save, now you're going to see, because now we have more than one, we're going to see a list of the domains that we have. This is what you used for, you use for multi-tenant. Okay, so we're going to be logged in as this one. Now, there's no user for this one, so I have to create a new user. So I'll go here, user, see, there's nothing here. Now, so I'll go and add, and let me call it Bashar for now, not admin, and use the same password, which is Fusion 2020 $sign, and here Fusion 2020 and $sign. Perfect. Email, we'll use like the info email. Language, time zone, if you want status, I'm going to make it available, of course. Now this is my name, and then this is very important. So super admin, you have access to all domains, all features, everything, not only the domain you register the user under. So please don't do this mistake when you create a client's domain and give someone super admin. That means they can access everybody on this server. So I'm going to put this super admin, but in your case, if you want to give access to a customer, make him an admin or a user. Depends what kind of privileges. You can go to the documents, see the difference. But I'm going to create a super admin for now, and don't forget to enable it. So save. Perfect. So now it's saved. Now for this domain, if I go back and I say log out, now if I use my username, which is Bashar, and then use a password which is Fusion 2020 $sign. Okay, log in. Boom, I'm in, I'm logged in. I can still, as you can see all other domains. We have two only. Perfect. So now we have Fusion working. Now going forward, all the work we're going to be doing will be here. And here's one step that for some reason I could not find it like everywhere. It was really for me when I first started educating myself about Fusion, which is the SIP profile. So if you leave it like this, start registering extensions, they will register, but you will not receive any incoming call. So we'll go to something called SIP profiles under advanced. Very simple change. So forget about the IPv6. Now let's go to the external and let's change, see the RTP IP and the SIP IP to the public IP address of your server. So basically this will be gone and this will be gone to this one, and we'll do the same thing for the internal. Internal, and okay, where is it? Here you go. So paste, and we're gonna do paste. Okay, so the firewall step, this step are very important for you to be able to access and to operate the FusionPBX. Okay, so we've done the, oh, by the way, you have to restart the, either you go here and restart it from the AWS, from the Lightsail, or you just go here and restart it from status. If you go to SIP status, this is going to show you the internal and the external. So basically this is the internal one. I hit restart and it's restarted, and then I go to the external and hit restart, and if I hit refresh, boom, they restarted again. If you forgot to restart, actually it's like it's not gonna work, the calls will not come in, so make sure you restart the SIP profiles. Okay, so as I said, now we're ready to create extensions and gateways and inbound and outbound rules. So the first thing, I'm going to create extensions. So add, I'm going to use a symbol like starting 2 digits from 20 range. That gives you how many extensions do you want to create. I'm going to create 5. So I say 5. So basically 2021 up to 24. Voicemail password, you can leave it blank and the system will generate one for you, or you can say 1, 2, 3, 4 and then the user can change it later. Effective, again, I cannot cover everything in this video, so but I will cover the most important things. This one, outbound caller ID number and outbound caller ID name, you can make it specific per extension. So what I can do is I can say MKN group, and all calls coming from this extension will go as MKN group, and number, you put whatever number, regardless what's your current number with your provider. So I'm gonna show these 2 numbers. Directory name, like, you know, again, obviously you have to come back to all other 4 extensions and fill it with the information, if the user is going to be directory visible or not. And the one more important thing, voicemail to mail, if you want the voicemail, and you need additional setup, like, you know, to create an SMTP server. How do you want the voicemail to be emailed? As a link, or just you need to log in before you can listen to the link, or just attachment? Most of the customers like to have it as an attachment. I'm gonna skip all the way through yes, and then we hit save, and now 5 extensions will be created. Now, as I said, the voicemail password will be the same one. Of course, the password for the extension is going to be different. And there's, of course, the device provisioning. I'm not going to cover that now. We're going to program the phones manually for now. Very simple. and see the caller ID and this one. Oh, actually it copied the directory full name, so we need to change it to, let's see, okay, and we hit, well, if you want to change the email to all that stuff. Okay, so basically, now if you want to, while looking at all the extensions to see which extension is which, as you can see here, there's nothing written. But at the end, there is this description. So if you go to 20 and under description at the very bottom here, we say like this is mine, and then hit save. Then it's going to be, when you go back to the list, it's going to show my name, so you know which one is which. Okay, that's the first step of creating an extension. Now I'm going to create a gateway. So basically I'm going to go to our gateway as its VoIP time and create a SIP trunk and assign it to this specific host. So I'm going to pause the video for a few minutes. I will create the SIP trunk and bring it to add it here. Stay with me, please. Okay, so I have created SIP trunk on our server. So I'm going to go and create a gateway for that SIP trunk and hit add. Then the gateway, I'll just copy from the other screen, which is, this is the number I have giving it. Although, like, you know, I want to show the other number, doesn't matter. And I'm going to say this is just a name. FusionPBX training. Okay, and username will be this. Password will be the password I'm going to copy from here. Copy, paste, and proxy will be the server, which is our server, voip.itsvoiptime.com. One important step, if you want to change the caller ID per extension, which most of the people do. So you hit advanced, you scroll down and see where it says send, where is it? Caller ID inform. Make sure that this is true. Otherwise, it's going to keep sending this number no matter what you do anywhere else. So we're going to hit save and copy, and I'm saving on the other side. Okay, and I'm going to add one thing on the server, so the number will ring correctly to this number. Just stay with me for a second, please. Okay, and doesn't matter, and then description is going to be training. Save. Okay, so we've done everything on the other side, and see registered. So this gateway is registered now on the server. Perfect. And now this is a very important step, because now we have a SIP trunk, we have extensions. So what else do we need to have? Excuse me. We need to have outbound rules. That means, how do you dial out? And I haven't seen any PBX actually with easier way of creating the outbound. Look at this one. You just go to dial plan, outbound routes, and then add. And then you choose your gateway, and this is the one. And if you have other gateways, you can put them as an alternate, like if this one did not work for any reason. Dial expression. Don't have to worry about anything. See this one, the box below it, just hit that drop box arrow. Just will be able to dial North America. Boom, it will fill it for you. That's it. That's all what you need to do to have a symbol. Of course, if you want to make it complicated, you have to do multiple things. Like, for example, if you want extension 20 to use this trunk, but extension 21 to use another one, and extension 20 to be able to call internationally, but 21 just to call North America. Well, it's more complicated then, and we have to do more programming. Now, the last thing is the inbound, when the call comes in. Before I go to the inbound, I'm going to create something called ring group. So ring group, actually, because let me just, because a ring group is towards the end. Okay, now I'm gonna put it back, and we can create a ring group. A ring group means I'm just gonna call it main, and me coming from the asterisk word, I use 600 for the ring group, 700 for the IVR, so you can use whatever number as long as it doesn't conflict with the other numbers you used for an extension. Now you want them to ring simultaneously or in sequence or rollover or random. So I just want them all to ring. I want 20 and 21 only to ring for 30 seconds each. And if nobody answers, I want to go to the voicemail. See, these don't usually when I first started, I used to mix between extensions and voicemail. There is this small little envelope there. So this is the voicemail, this is the extension. So I wanted to go to my voicemail. Okay, and basically that's it. I mean, that's an inbound, that's a ring group, sorry. So save it, and now we have a ring group. Of course, you don't have to create a ring group. You can have the inbound route go directly to one of the extensions. So let's go back, and I'm going to have a inbound. I usually don't use the inbound here. I just go to destinations. I found it way much easier. So I go to destinations and create a new destination, add, and it's by default inbound. You can change it, but let's keep it inbound and put the destination, which is the number. By the way, the reason why I put 1, because our main server, not this one, when we send the calls, we always send it with 1 for North America. Like if you call from anywhere in North America to us, the way we ask all the carriers that we deal with is to send us the number in 11 digits format. That means with 1. Okay, that's it. And what you wanted to do when you receive call for this number, just take it to ring group 600. Boom, that's it. That's all what you need. So basically, we created everything that we need. The gateway, inbound, outbound. We created a ring group. Maybe I'll go later in part 2 and work with all other options available, like IVRs and all these things. So, but for now, I will just use this one. And next step will be I want to program a phone with extension 20. Okay, so you can program an actual phone. We tested several phones working with this Fusion, and actually we love the Fanville phones. The Fanville phones work really perfectly with this. So these are the Fanville phones. There are like lots of different phones. Don't worry about that red one, but you can find huge variety of phones, from very, very simple to very, very complicated. And the other one that we also like, and it works perfectly, is the Hstick. Hstick has one, we usually use the E series, which has by default Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So for areas that you cannot like wire a cable, these are fantastic. And they're very, very good looking, good quality, perfect phones. We love these too. So go Fanville, go Hstick. If you want to pay more, you want to go E-Link, go E-Link. Some other brands we tried, they work, but they create lots of issues. Um, and you have to be very specific when you program them. So anyway, some people will go with, I don't know, Polycom, Grandstream, whatever. As long as it's a SIP phone, it's supposed to work. Some of the phones, as I said, will need some additional steps. So now I'm gonna program a local Windows agent as a SIP product. So I like this one, MicroSIP. It's light, MicroSIP Lite. You can use it. And here, let me just move it to this screen. Come on. Okay. So here's the phone. Basically, it works on Windows 10. You go here. It's active. Edit account. And these are like previous ones that I have used. Extension 20, that's fine. Okay, so account name test, that's fine. SIP server will be the one that we have created. So I'm gonna need to copy the IP address again, which is this one. And again, you can create a host name, especially if you want to use multi-tenant. You have to create host names and point them here. Where did this go? Okay, here. So microsip. Okay, so this is the SIP server, no proxy, and this is the domain actually. 20. The only thing left I need just to voicemail number *97. Remember this by default *97. That means that's the number you use to check the voicemail. And now the only thing I have to go to extension 20 and copy the password for the extension, which is this one. So I'll copy it and go back to the agent here, paste, and here we go. That's all what I need. And in a minute, you see online extension 20 is working. So let's do a test call quickly. So I'm gonna call our office, and I do remember our office number, but I just want to do some advertisement. So here's for USA, here's our number for Canada, and I'm going to oh, by the way, look at this feature. Well, it's found in most of the PBXs. You can see the active calls as they're coming. So I'm gonna call this number and hit call. What happened? Okay, one more time. Oh, I know. Called. Still not calling. Okay, let me check what's going on. 1 second. Okay, so I I found what was the issue. The issue, and when I created the trunk, I did not put any money in it, and it's prepaid. So I just put $1, not here on the other server. So now I hit call.
Thank you for calling MKN Group. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time during this message. Our business hours are Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To contact support, please email support@mkn-group.com. To leave a message in our general mailbox.
Okay, so outbound working. Let's try the inbound, and I need to copy this number and call it from my desk phone here. What's the number here? Gateway. And of course, like extension 20, which is this one, is going to ring because it's part of the ring group for incoming calls. So let's do that. And here.
Extension is unavailable. Please leave your message after the tone.
Okay, so that's one issue. That means the RTP is not going on. Although I checked, excuse me, I'm checking the route, the account. It is registered on our main server. Okay, let me see why. It's good, like, to have these small problems. So when you go real life, you know how to troubleshoot them. Okay, accounts. I'm just checking on the other server. Just stay with me for a second. Did I miss anything here? No, should be fine. Copy, paste, apply. 3.228.180, which is correct. Okay. Let me call again. See.
Extension is unavailable. Please leave your...
Okay, so that's the extension, not this extension. That's the extension on, well, the main server. So let me just check that. I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, I found what was the issue, and here what it is. You have to go to access control. I forgot this step, I'm sorry. And here, by default, it's gonna deny anything coming from outside because basically it's only allowing the internal domain. So what we need to do is just add our IP address. When I say our IP, our main server IP, which in your case, if you're not with us, with any other provider, it's their IP. You have to add all their IPs. So the IP address we use is this one, which is 50.23.148.141/32. And it's going to be allow, save. Okay, so that's it. I forgot this step. It's very important, actually, the access control. So let me review 3 important steps. The firewall. Number 2, changing the SIP profile. Number 3 is to add the access control, add the IP address or the host name of your provider. Okay, now let's hope that it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go back and try to call in. I'm gonna go active calls just to show you, and here I'm calling now 210-806-0259. Boom. There you go. Now extension 20 is ringing. 21 is not connected, so you're gonna see only 20. And now after 30 seconds of call, let me answer the call. It's not allowing me to answer the call. You know why? Because on my computer the microphone is occupied by the camera, like the recording I'm doing. So actually there is no device. But you see,
extension is unavailable. Please leave your message after the tone.
Okay, so we got it to ring. Actually, it went to the voicemail on the other device. So what I need to do is to extend the timeout on the main server so it goes to the excuse me, it goes to the voicemail on this server. So I'm gonna go and exchange. Don't worry about these things. Most likely they're not gonna happen to you. Wow, especially this one. But let me just change the time out. Um, okay, on the main server, so it's set to, where is it? Actually, I'm gonna disable the voicemail altogether on the main server because it's just a zip trunk. So let me see now. Let me hit redial history and go. Okay. Okay, it did not go to the voicemail, so let's check why. So we go to extension 20 and 2020, does it have a voicemail? It should have a voicemail. See here where it says call routing, this is actually where you get the voicemail. So it has no, okay, so everything is good here. Let me see why it's not opening the voicemail. Okay, extensions. Okay, so user voicemail, device provisioning, call through. Yeah, okay, so it should get a voicemail on this one, but anyway, I don't want to waste time like trying to troubleshoot here, but basically you get the idea. Um, and actually, I may be wrong about this microsip because I have to do more configuration. I just downloaded it before I record this video, but just wanted to give you an idea. Yeah, so there will be another part soon. Hopefully, I will be able to record it today too. And we're going to go in details about IVRs, all the things that are here, like, call routing, recording calls, call center queues, or fax server, which is something like people like. Um, and we'll go from there. So, again, thank you for listening. And if you guys have any questions, you can email us or call us. And by the way, I don't respond to the comments. Like people usually put comments asking questions. I personally do not go there to respond. Maybe other people will respond to you anyway. Hopefully this will work. And have a good day. Thank you.